Hi, how's it going? Why am I echoing? One second. Okay, that should work now. I didn't realize my phone camera was echoing. Whew. Welcome everyone. How's it going? A little bit different of a stream today. We are doing an art stream today. What? I know, it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see how it goes. Let me turn down my music and I'll reveal my desktop. I'm gonna turn down the music just slightly. So, what are we doing today? We are making the Twitch logo out of clay. We're gonna make the Twitch logo out of clay, and then we're gonna make it out of mycelium, which is gonna be really interesting. I don't know how that's gonna go. We have a question of the day, which is, do you create art for others or for yourself? An interesting question to ponder today. Just a quick side note, I have been on the verge of tears basically all day today. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm predicting an absolutely phenomenal stream today. I don't know about you guys. Mostly because oh boy, I don't think you even want to hear it, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So I went to my local office store to print out a poster size of the logo. It's way too freaking big. This is huge, dude. This is massive. This is the size of me. For some reason, I was thinking it was a lot smaller than this. This is insane. So I simply do not. I brought 3 packages of clay. And I simply do not have enough clay for this. And also, I realized the dimensions are completely off. I spent $40 on these 2 sheets of paper though. So that's $40 I'm never getting back. So, anyway, it is what it is. We printed a smaller version of it on a regular sheet of paper. And what I'm going to try to do is going to try to, maybe if I can use the ruler and do it out by 1 inch or however big this is. I think it's 1 inch across, and just do it out bigger by 1 inch. Maybe that will work. I don't know. But I did have a philosophical question for today and a few videos I would like to look over before we start, just to kind of get us in the headspace of why do we create? Why do we do these things? So here, let me find the video I wanted to share. It's a very good and inspiring video. Why we make art. Are we creating art for ourselves or for others? Okay, here. Let me open it up. And we're gonna move it to the start. And we're gonna move it to our other display. And then let us watch. I'm gonna pause my music. We're gonna watch just briefly, just a few little tidbits, because I thought it was inspiring. So, about, do we create art for ourselves or for others? I wanted to watch maybe, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes of it. So it's created by Lo-Fi Cinema. So credits to this artist.
Am I creating for myself or for others? It's
Let me turn the volume
creator
up.
asks at some point. For some, it's all about the audience.
I mean, I've always felt that I make films for audiences. I mean, I really don't make them for myself.
For others, it's a personal journey.
I don't ever do that. I only make it for me.
I've always made my movies for me anyway, all right? I make them for me, and everybody else is invited.
But Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu takes this idea even further.
Well, I think as a species, we have to look at each other. I think if tomorrow atomic bomb finish the humanity and I'm the only one staying alive, do I will make a film?
He's not just asking who we create for, he's questioning if creation even matters without someone to receive it. It's a powerful thought, and it's got me thinking. And so in this video, I want to dive into why we feel this pull to create. Is it about sharing a part of ourselves, finding meaning, or simply being seen?
So that's the philosophical question I have for today is, do you personally, do you create art for others, or do you create it for yourself? And I guess when I'm thinking about doing this specific artwork, I think I'm mostly creating it for myself. Although I love the question they posed of like, would you still create if even if there was nobody to consume it? Hi Refly, what's going on? Welcome. What's that emoji for? I'm gonna start cutting off the pieces of paper. I mean the outside edges of this, and I figured like there's not really a way to. I don't think it's possible for me to mess up the dimensions any more than what was already printed out in that thing that I spent $40 fucking on. So that's why we're just rolling with it. What am I gonna make? I'm gonna make the Twitch logo except out of mycelium. So we're making it out of clay first as a positive, and then we're gonna make a mold. So basically we're making what it's going to look like, finished product out of clay, and then from there we're gonna make a mold that goes over it. I haven't decided the material. It might be silicone. It might be porcelain. I did kind of want to use sustainable materials, so it might be porcelain of some kind. And then from there, I was going to... Is it for the Twitch temple? Yeah, it's for the religion I'm creating, basically. Let's see. So I'm just cutting out the logo right now. And just so you know, I did do some research on whether this is allowed or not. This is fan art, okay? This is not, we're not affiliated with Twitch and their logo. I mean, I am technically an affiliate. Are we supposed to see the video? Yeah, no, I'm cutting this out right now, and then I'll play the video. Yeah, let me finish cutting this out. Alright. There. I finished cutting it. Okay, now we're going to continue the video. Toby's all over my setup. So the video is about whether we create artwork for ourselves or for others.
It's
Can you
totally
get off,
natural
please?
to
You're
want others
wrinkling
to
my
appreciate
thing.
our work, to feel that what
You're
we've
wrinkling
created
my
has value
art.
beyond ourselves. But if we
Yeah.
lean too much on external approval,
I'm sorry, I
we might
didn't mean
find
that.
ourselves spiraling into uncertainty and self-doubt. Why does this happen so often for creators? Maybe because creating, whether it's art, music, film, or writing, is such a vulnerable act. We're putting a part of ourselves out there, exposing our ideas, feelings, and perspectives, and the response, or lack of one, can impact not only how we see our work, but also how we see ourselves. This inner conflict often takes the form of a voice, that persistent whisper questioning our choices and abilities. But what if they don't like it? What if it sucks? What if it's not good enough? It's a voice that can drive us to improve, but can also hold us back with self-doubt. Why am I doing this? Is this just to show off? To prove I can make a good video? Is it just so people can comment and tell me how talented I am? Am I chasing likes and validation? Maybe this whole thing, this video essay, is just about feeding my ego. Look at me, I'm a filmmaker. I can tell stories. I'm different. I'm special.
So this is the stage that I always get caught up in. So I have a little piece of little note thing. So why should I create this art and why shouldn't I? Okay. So I've been thinking about why shouldn't I do it? So why shouldn't I? Perhaps It's not allowed. It won't look good. I have almost no experience in art. Let's see. The paper I printed out. Let's see. There are funnier shapes than the Twitch logo, for example. Okay, but I want to do the Twitch logo because I'm a Twitch streamer. Okay, the paper I printed out is the wrong dimensions. Let's see. I have no idea what I'm doing. That's a reason to add why shouldn't I? Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. So, as you can see, there's plenty of reasons why I shouldn't do it. However, I want to think about why I should. And it's interesting, right? Because typically when I think about why I should do something, there's a lot fewer reasons than why I shouldn't. I have no idea what I'm doing can also be why I should. Yeah, that's fair. Although for somebody like me, who struggles with perfectionist tendencies, that's never a reason why I should. That's always a reason why I shouldn't. And so this stream is kind of it's about overcoming the overthinking, overcoming the things that hold me back. Because most of my life I've held myself back from actually doing anything. And it's all been because of these reasons why I shouldn't do it. But I haven't ever stopped to think of why I should. And the only reason I can think of right now, off the top of my head, is because I want to. And that's it. That's all. So let's continue the video. Let's see.
In Alejandro González Iñárritu's film Birdman, this struggle plays out through Regan Thompson, a former movie star known for his superhero role Birdman. Regan's trying to reinvent himself as a serious actor, directing and starring in a Broadway play, hoping to escape his reputation as a washed-up celebrity. But at every turn, he's torn between wanting to create something meaningful and getting caught up in the need for fame and approval.
It's about being respected and validated, remember? That's what you told me.
Throughout the film, Regan is haunted by the voice of his former superhero persona.
You tower over these other theater douchebags. You're a movie star, man. You're a global force. Don't you get it?
This voice isn't just a reminder of his past fame. It's the embodiment of his deepest insecurities and desires.
I think I want to see this movie.
Half your talent, and he's making a fortune.
For many creators, this voice is a constant companion, both
Who's calling
motivating
me?
and toxic, pushing them forward while feeding their insecurities.
I need to turn on Do Not
Rewatching
Disturb.
Birdman for this video, I
'Cause I'm
realized
using my
that this
phone
voice,
for my
the Birdman
camera.
character, is almost a literal representation.
It is what it is. So I really want to see this movie because I think it's I relate to it a lot. I was mentioning earlier about how the Birdman character, the character he used to play, the actor used to play, is constantly looking over his shoulder and telling him what he should and shouldn't do. And it's interesting because it becomes more and more annoying and in the way. And sometimes it feels like for me, I have something like that over my shoulder, kind of whispering sometimes it's whispering, sometimes it's yelling. Actually, most often it's yelling. And you can see, so I like how this creator compares it to this shadow self in Jungian psychology, the subconscious, the things that you suppress. And the more you suppress it, the louder it becomes. And so one thing for people with anxiety is that the more they suppress these intrusive thoughts, the louder they become. And often it becomes to a point where it's actually unbearable. And it's difficult to just be yourself in everyday life. And so I really like this representation. I feel like this is a perfect reason why one should create art, is to provide representation that other people can relate to.
Representation of what's called the shadow self in psychology. Carl Jung described the shadow as the parts of ourselves
right back.
we
I'm
try
gonna get
to hide,
something else. I'll
the
let
fears,
this play
flaws,
along.
and
I'm gonna go
desires we
get some
push
ice.
away or deny. Jung said, everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. In other words, the more we deny these hidden parts, the more they control us. The idea of a character confronting their shadow, or ghost, is common in storytelling. It's a past trauma or event that haunts them, influencing their actions and inner conflict. Usually, it operates beneath the surface, subtly shaping the protagonist's decisions and growth. But in Birdman, Riggan's shadow is made literal through his Birdman alter ego. Riggan just wants to leave Birdman behind. He can't accept that it's still a part of him.
What are you doing?
I don't want to look at this anymore.
But by ignoring this side of himself, his craving for attention and fear of being irrelevant, he's only making things worse.
We should have done that reality show they offered us.
He keeps telling the voice to shut up,
Shut up. That would have been good.
Shut up.
trying to push down his need for validation. But like Jung said, what you resist not only persists, but will grow.
A sad, selfish, mediocre actor.
The more he tries to ignore Birdman, the louder it gets. This denial pushes Riggan to act out, strains his relationships, and blurs the line between reality and illusion.
What are you trying to prove? That you're an artist? Well, you're not. Fuck you!
By trying to present himself as a noble, authentic artist, he's rejecting a core part of himself. This facade doesn't erase his desire for fame and recognition. It only intensifies it.
There's nothing we! There is no we! I'm not fucking you! I'm Regan fucking Thompson!
He's trapped in a
I need to see this movie so bad because I feel this way all the fucking time. Like, I just want to yell and scream and, like, you know. Anyway, yeah. I'll play more of it later. But for now, let us begin. So we, again, as a reminder, the reasons why we shouldn't and the reasons why we should. The only reason that I can think of right now of why I should is because I want to. And so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to do what we want to do. Sometimes I feel like a wave of inspiration to do something. So what we're going to do is I'm going to first draw this out on the parchment paper just to make sure that, like, before I do the clay, because I don't really know how geometry works. So I don't know if scaling it out like this is actually going to make it the same proportions. So we're going to, we're going to intuitively do it. Yeah, would it be better to do math and science? Probably, but I can't possibly. So let me make sure that the pen works on here. Okay, so the pen does not work. Let me get a different pen. Let me get a different pen, and we're going to just draw. We could also just do marker, honestly. I don't really care. Got all my pens and markers here. Today's a day where I'm saying, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm not gonna let myself hold myself, because I wanted to, earlier I wanted to cry. I wanted to just give up and cry. Okay, so the pen does not work. And, sometimes you want to do that, and that's fine. But I feel like most of my life, what I've done is just give up and cry instead of actually do things. And crying after a certain point gets old. Yeah, I think it doesn't work on the parchment paper, the way that the texture of the parchment paper is. That's annoying. Let me try again. Let me just try again. We're gonna do it. Is the music on? Yeah, it's on. Okay, it's just really quiet. Wait, okay, it's working. It's working. Kind of. Again, this is just we're just testing out the parameters here. If I go over, it doesn't really matter. Because what I'm doing is I'm just trying to... So I need to make sure this stays in place. So I need to make sure it stays in place. And we're gonna... Oh yeah, okay, so I need it to go over a bit. That's fine. We're gonna go over a bit. Okay. Make sure this doesn't move. And then we're gonna go like this. Okay. Wait, I think this might... Hi, Wacket, hello. Geometry is obviously fake anyway. Just look at how ugly packing problem solutions look. Exactly. I know geometry is real, and and it would probably be smart to use it. You guys, today has been a day. That's all I'm gonna say. I wasted $40 on that freaking paper, so I'm kind of pissed about that. So, oh, I see. Okay, so this is... It's okay. Don't worry about this. This is gonna be fine. Okay, so it needs to come down lower to a point. But I think that the geometry is working. Dude, yeah, $40 for... $40 for a shitty logo. $40 for a shitty logo. I call it shitty because it's not the correct dimensions. Not because I think this Twitch logo is shitty. Twitch, don't take that. Don't take that as out of context. What I meant is that it's a shitty replica. Yeah. So okay. Again, we're mapping it out. We're not. And then hello, Orange. Welcome, Orange. I hope you're having a fantastic morning. Good morning. $40 is getting into vellum territory. Okay, I did make 2 copies, so that's why it was $40. There were 2, so each of them was $20, and actually it was $48. It was $50. So it was $22 for each copy, and then so yeah, the more I talk about it, the angrier I get. So, but you know what? Like Orange said, is it better to have cried and failed than to have never cried at all? So true. Okay, wait. I'm just looking. Let me just look. Let me just look at this for a second. Okay, that's still going to be kind of the same proportions, right? Yeah, it's going to be the same proportions. And look, it'll be the right size. That's going to be the perfect size. Okay, we're fine. So we're going to roll out the... Hi, Ivan. How you doing, Ivan, my friend? Ivan, we're a mess today. We got no bra, no makeup. We're on the verge of tears. But you know what? We're here. We're doing art, whether we like it or not. You know what? I think the best art is art that. That's amazing, Ivan. Just like me, the best kind of art is one that comes from the soul, and comes from our deepest emotions. Welcome to the club. Thank you. Take this advice. Life is not a tragedy. It's a comedy. I see. So do you have an absurdist take? Is that an absurdist take? Okay, so I asked the art people what kind of clay I should use, and they said modeling clay because it will dry out, air dry. So that's what we're using. And we're using all of it. We're using all of it, and I think it's gonna be great. We're gonna need it to lock Toby away. Sweetie, you cannot be here. This is toxic. You're gonna get your hair all over in the freaking clay. Can you please leave? Would you like to hang out with, would you like to hang out with Daddy? Come on, let's go. Go hang out with Daddy. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna come hang out with Daddy, and you're not gonna bother me anymore. He needs to come and hang out with Daddy. If she seems like she needs to pee, then let her out, obviously. Okay. Okay, distractions avoided. A paw print of Toby would be nice. Oh, it would be so cute, wouldn't it? Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get anything done if, you know. But, anyway. Geometry isn't real. Math isn't real. We're just... Okay, we have our clay. This is happening, you guys. And so, my question of the day, oh, I love the feel of this. Wait a minute. Wait, what? I haven't touched clay in such a long time. Oh, I love this. Oh, it's so wet though. It's fine. This tablecloth can be ruined. Making our own clay mahjong tiles. Yeah, maybe I should. Okay, I'm gonna need some leverage here. I'm gonna need some leverage because I'm gonna knead it all into one ball. I'm gonna make it into one ball. And I don't want any seams or wrinkles in it. So, but anyway, what are some of the reasons? So another question I have for today is, what are some of the reasons that excuses you use to not do art? What holds you back? What's holding you back currently? And why? Why is that important? I've held myself back from doing this project for literally months. Why? Oh, no reason. Just because I thought I wouldn't be good at it. And that's not what... You know what? That's not a good excuse anymore. It's simply not. By the way, everything on my table is fucking falling apart, but it's fine. Okay, you know what? I need a sturdier surface. I need a sturdier... We're moving this. I am done, you guys. I'm doing this whether it kills me or not. Okay. I'm doing this whether it kills me or not. And sometimes you just gotta say fuck it, you know, like I'm doing this. The thoughts in here, they can't stop me anymore. I've had it. I'm gonna knock over this vase, by the way. I'm gonna knock over this vase by accident. It's fine. What if I knocked it over and it shattered? That would be good, right? And Ivan, so we are making a... Get ready to clip it. No, we are making a mycelium Twitch logo. So this is going to be a very long process. So we're making the Twitch logo out of clay. And then we're going to make a mold out, because we're making the positive. And then we're going to make the negative mold. And then we fill the negative mold with mycelium stuff, substrate. And then we grow mycelium. A mold for mold. Exactly, Ivan. Good one. Yes. Okay, this is not big enough. I need something big enough. Should I just do it on the floor? Like, I don't know. Hold on. We're gonna do it back here. All over my nice setup. Pray that I don't get clay on all my nice equipment. The problem is that the parchment paper keeps lifting up. It is what it is. Oh my god. Things are falling off. Things are falling off. That's okay. We're almost done. And then I'm gonna come back over there. There's like a bunch of seams in it, but you know what? I don't think I can. If I roll it out, I think it'll be okay. I think if I roll it out, it'll be fine.
Life. There's roadblocks.
Life is Roblox. Exactly. Okay. So we have our clay. And I think we could. I can always just make another one. Orange. Yeah, the floor is sturdy. However, my floor is carpeted, and so physics will prevent me from, you know what I mean? There's too much cushion. I need something stone. I do have an intuitive understanding of physics and how the carpet would cushion what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? So I need something that's firm and not wobbly and also not carpety. But let's see, somebody answered my question, I think, and I missed it. Let's see. If I missed your comment, let me know. Oh, Aaron says, I mostly make art for myself. And listen, there's no right or wrong answer here. The video I shared doesn't go into whether one is correct or not. It just goes into how, if you've seen the movie Birdman, it's about imposter syndrome and how imposter syndrome holds you back from creating things. About how denying who you are, because imposter syndrome comes from it comes from your subconscious. Your subconscious not being confident in your abilities and trying to protect you. Hi Dom. Dom, we're making art. Oh my god, we're doing it. We're making art. Whether we like it or not, we're making it. Okay. So, I'm gonna press it out slightly, and then don't worry, I've got a rolling pin. I'm gonna roll it out. It's always that bloody no, literally. Yep. It's always that unconscious. The shadow self telling us we're incompetent, telling us that we're vain, we're self-centered, we're arrogant, we're all these bad things. This is a whole workout. Yeah, I know, right? I don't even need to go to hot yoga later. Okay, the question is, how thick do I want it? And I think that actually something similar to this thickness would be, but look, so it reaches all the way out here. So we're gonna roll it a bit thinner. And I could always fucking make it hollow. Okay, we're gonna start rolling it out. This is the wobbliest table that I've ever, okay, it's fine. We got this table for like $30 from Target, so it's just like making cookies. That's kind of what it's like making sugar cookies. And you know what, you guys, I thought about putting things to the sides to make it even. I thought about that, like I really did. But then I was like, I've already thought about this way too much. Let's actually do it, you know? We've spent so long thinking about how to do it that we forgot that we need to actually do it. The table is cheaper than the paper. No, literally. It's the ink. It's the ink that's what's expensive. By the way, I love how my camera is just like fucking wobbling back and forth. Art, you guys. Art. What is this? There's an air bubble. Wait, how did that happen? Hello? What? I don't know how okay. It's fine, just keep going. Just don't allow the thoughts to hold you back, you guys. Don't allow the thoughts to hold you back. Let's all remove the lizard part of our brains together. Yeah, I agree. I would like to remove it, please. I would like to return it. Can I go back to the brain store and return the lizard? I'm done. I probably could have pressed it out more before doing this, but you know, whatever. The lizards are always so self-critical. No, literally. And so I was showing the video and about how it does help you. I mean, part of it is actually to help you progress and move forward. But like some self-criticism is good. Like to keep you putting out things that avoid you from getting ostracized, I don't know, from your community. Like, it helps you to some capacity, but for the most part, our self-criticism is overactive, right? It's too active. It's in overdrive. Hello, Eris. Be right back, committing arson because I said... Wait, where did I... You know what? Just say, fuck it. Do it anyway. Take with that what you will. I will not be legally responsible for what you do with my advice. We're doing art no matter the cost. Okay. This is actually a good way to get out your frustrations. You know what? Even if this turns out to be nothing, at least I tried. You know what I mean? And that's what I can't seem to get in here, is that all that FOMO, all that worrying about doing it perfectly is nothing compared to the regret of not doing something. Like the FOMO of never doing it. Okay, it's almost, I need to make it more this way. So I'm gonna make it more that way. Please hold. What I don't want is for this to dry out. That's a strong possibility that it might dry out. Wait, why is that? It's fine. It's fine. There's like a lot of air bubbles, but I'm sorry. That was the mic. You guys are I'm gonna accidentally hit the mic like 10,000 times, but it's okay. Okay. Wait, is that almost the size? I think it's almost the size, you guys. Yeah. Wait. Let me cook. Because we had that red outline. Okay, it needs to be like slightly more, like just a tiny bit more. Your Honor, a married girl with a soft spot for divorcement. I don't know what my life has come to. Making art. We're officially an artist now, you guys. Yay, we did it. We're making art. Art streamer. Art stream. Okay. Dom says, I guess make art for both, although it seems to work best if you just chase your own art preferences. Otherwise, you filter yourself through others and there's a disconnect. So you guys, just for context, Dom is an artist. Dom makes a lot of really cool art. He makes digital art, music. He's really good at that creative, putting things out. And so I admire Dom a lot for that. And that, Dom, honestly, you're one of those people that inspired me to just fucking do it, you know? So, shout out to Dom. Okay. It's just like slightly, I don't want to make it too thin, because then I wouldn't be able to make the art. But, it needs to be just like a tiny, tiny bit more. And you know what? Because it's going to be smaller down at the bottom. So, okay. Let me cook. Oh, this is going to be... You guys, my brain is yelling at me so much. It's like, what are you doing? And I'm just over here like, I'm doing it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just doing it. You need to overcome your self-doubt and just jump into the deep end and just do it. Okay. Yeah, and then that might have been too much that I cut off. Wait, hold on. Okay, wait, let me think. If I did it like this, and then if okay, I put this on wrong. So it needs to go like right here. And then this needs to like somehow go right here. Okay, that needs to go here. This needs to go here. This needs to... And if, you know what, if it doesn't work, we'll form a ball and roll it out again. Teach that clay a lesson. Now add pepperoni and cheese. I know it looks kind of like dough, doesn't it? It looks kind of like dough. Okay, we might need to roll it out again. Let's see. The question is it gonna stick? And I don't know, truthfully. But I'm gonna try anyway. I have worked with clay before, just as a side note. In high school, we had a pottery class. I was never able to master the wheel. You know, like it was the biggest thing was getting the wheel centered on the, yeah, for some reason I couldn't get that to work. But I've heard that that's actually pretty difficult anyway, so, okay, what if we just, this is probably very structurally not sound, but that's okay. What if okay. I'm locked in. I think art is about a lot of like trial and error. The one thing though is that whenever I've done art, it's always been, I've tried to be as precise as humanly possible. I've tried to be like scientific about it. And I think that's what's held me back as an artist. Like I have to get the proportions exactly correct. You know what I mean? So what am I making? I'm making, hopefully I'm making the Twitch logo clay first, and then out of mycelium. So I'm gonna make it out of mycelium. I'm kind of worried the clay's gonna dry out before I'm able to finish. Yeah, so we're gonna see how it is. I guess I don't have a spray bottle. It would be nice to have a spray bottle. Okay, wait, hold on. I might need, you know what, we're gonna roll it out again, I think, is the solution. I need, I'm gonna go get my hands a little bit wet. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get this a little bit wet so we can still work with it. Hold on. Okay, now I'm just gonna do it on the floor, which is sturdy, right? So here we go. Oh, I might have gotten it too wet. Oh my god, I might have gotten it too wet. It's fine. It's like sticking all over my hands now. No, it's fine. Just gotta make sure I incorporate it, you know? As long as I incorporate it, then we're fine. I almost want to do it directly onto the tablecloth because the parchment paper keeps lifting up, and that's been a pain in my freaking ass. I'm getting my hamstring thin. But I think this is a good outlet for anger. Like if you get really angry, just get some clay and just fucking, you know, teach the clay a lesson. Okay, as long as it's not drying out, it's feeling okay. It's feeling all right. I'm putting both my knees on both sides of the parchment paper to keep it from moving around. I almost want to go do it outside. I need like an official studio workspace. That would be awesome. Dom says, hard to say there is any one best way. Some can be intensely motivated by perfectionism and make great art. Okay, consider sculptures maybe. The downside I would say are a larger workload, paralysis, judgment, and maybe unoptimal for learning as opposed to faster work. Yeah, well, I used to do pencil drawings of like K-pop idols, and I had to make them photorealistic or nothing. It was all or nothing. They had to look exactly like the person I was drawing, or it was shit. And you see where I'm going with that? So they weren't bad. It's just like there wasn't much art involved, at least not in the sense that I usually think of it now. It was just like precision. It was just copying what was already there. I'm good at copying what's already there. I'm not good at interpretation, if that makes sense. And maybe this is something people differ in opinion over, like if copying is still good art. But I didn't feel like I was really adding much to the, I was using a picture of the artist as like a cheat sheet, and I was basically just replicating it in fan art. And plenty of people do fan art. It just, I don't know, it didn't feel super special to me, I guess. It was fun while I did it, but it didn't feel like anything was really being created, really. Oh my gosh, you guys, my arms are getting tired. Okay, so we've got our new ball of clay. This time we're gonna think it through. Okay, look. So this is so you can see these really faint lines. Oh, shit. I'm just gonna have to get clay on that, that's fine. You can see these really faint red lines that I'm trying to fit this within those. So this time we're gonna try and actually fit it within instead of just like, you know, willy-nilly just rolling it out. And I think that, so we're gonna try and make this bottom corner a bit, you know, more protruding out so we can have that little corner piece. So kind of like that. We kind of want to make that shape, I think. I'm out of breath, you guys. I'm out of breath. Oh shit, I'm out of breath. Okay. So we're gonna just press it out as much as we can. And then, does it sound like I'm punching the mic? Hopefully not. Hopefully the mic's good at filtering out the noises of me. Okay. This is it. This is gonna be it. I'm just gonna push this more to that side. The shaky, I know. It's because the camera's on the same table that I'm using, and the table is very unstable, so. The table is very, very unstable. But then again, are we gonna let that stop us? No. I didn't know okay. Oh, brother. Just wait. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna cut it out. Just trust me. I got rulers here. It's gonna happen. Trust the process. I'm gonna try and move this up here. Again, I'm trying to waste as little clay as possible. I don't know why these air bubbles keep forming. It's crazy. Okay. Trust me, the rolling part is almost over, so don't worry about that. The rolling is almost finished. No, so the clay is just the, so the clay is the positive. So the negative is what I'm gonna use to grow the mycelium. Just trust me. So I haven't even begun with the negative yet. That's going to be this part 2. Right now, we're just forming the positive. You guys, there's this freaking air bubble that's pissing me off. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just lift it up slightly. I know, I don't know where these air bubbles are coming from, dude. I don't know. I don't know how, like, physically how that would even happen, but I don't know. Physics, am I right? Physics, am I right? I can't believe this. Okay, wait. what if I like, there. It probably has something to do with me combining 3 different things. Maybe I just didn't need it enough, you know what I mean? That could be it. I think that's it. Is that I just didn't need it enough. And so it's like it's not melding together. Is what I'm thinking. Okay, this doesn't need to be perfect because again, the mycelium is going to be really. So just so you know, I've made mycelium sculptures before. I made a brick out of mycelium. So that was a lot more simple than a logo, but again, the logo is not too complicated, so that's why I thought I could do it. That's why I thought I would be able to do it, but we'll see. If it turns out that I can't do it, then that's fine too. Okay, I want to see if no, the back of it's not any better. Okay. It's just gonna be fine with those air bubbles. The air bubbles are just gonna have to be fine. Let me cook. Yeah, honestly, you guys, you wouldn't even be able to tell that there's air bubbles. You wouldn't be able to tell when the whole process is said and done. I think. That's what I'm hoping, at least. Okay, I have to work fast because this clay is gonna dry out. Let me make sure. Okay, so look. You see? So I'm using my ruler. Let me just make sure this is a. We're gonna like. I'm gonna like do it. Okay. So wait, if I do it up higher, I just need to make sure that there's enough room for everything. Okay, that's enough room. Cool. That's enough room. I need like a... Oh, I know. Wait, hold on. I have my eraser. So we're going to use this sponge as an eraser. And I think that should be okay. Well, at least it'll keep the surface area damp. I want it to be damp so it doesn't, I don't want it to dry out, you know? Okay, turns out I need to go a lot lighter on that. That's okay. We live and we learn. Okay. I'm gonna just like, what if I just like, I need some slip, you know? You guys know what slip is? It's like clay, but just clay mixed with water. And that is usually used to like connect things together. Okay, that's fine. So that's fine. I shouldn't be touching my eye. Okay. She's a little lumpy, but that's gonna be okay. Actually, it's really pissing me off. Okay, wait 1 second. We can't let our perfectionist tendencies win. We're not letting them win. Okay, look, you can barely even tell. You can't even tell. I need to get rid of this air bubble though. Okay, so we've got the, Dom, this is air dry clay. Yeah, this is air dry clay. So it's gonna air dry. So that's why I kind of have to work quickly. Yeah, because it's gonna dry very soon. Okay. Sweetie, can you let Toby out? She's gonna like, she's meowing and she's gonna lose it. Okay, so we're gonna put that like right. Because I want to make sure the dimensions are correct on all sides. I need to make this more square. I need to make this more square. Yeah, square. Okay. Well, any imperfections make it harder to enjoy later? Yes. Straight, simple answer, yes. Yes, I do not enjoy imperfections. I do not enjoy that. And in fact, my eyes will always be drawn to the imperfections. Every chance I get. I tend to look for the imperfections in everything. I'm a little bit of a cynic in that regard. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be enough, you guys. I think I might still have to... I'm going to loosely outline it. I'm going to loosely outline it and see. Trying not to move it. It's very precise. Okay. See there, look, see it's not. So I need to move this a little bit slightly more to this side. Okay. Okay, what if we do that? What's an art project that you guys have done recently? And how did it turn out? Oops. Surviving. That's an art project? Yeah, that's an art project. That's trying our best. Oh, it's just barely. Do you see that right there? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Okay. It's fine. We're gonna fix it later. It's all gonna be fixed. I don't think it's tall enough. No, it's not. You see, it's not tall enough. It's not tall enough. You see, because it needs to extend like all the way down here. Okay, so let me think about that. I could just cut some of it off and paste it. Have you read The Art of War, Dom? Is that what you did recently? How did that go? Okay. I need to... Oh, The Art of War. Know your enemy. That's what I remember from The Art of War. You need to know your enemy. You need to prepare effectively. Has anyone actually read The Art of War in this chat? I have The Art of War. It's actually in my stack over there. I haven't read it. Wacka has an ongoing art project. Yes, I would like to hear about that. Find a source of minimally terrible cheap frames, and I have yet to report any progress. Okay, it's all right. Oh yeah, to put your so Wacka is a photographer, nature photography, and I love that. See, you guys are artists. You guys are all artists. Cooking is artwork. If you do cooking, that's art. Basically anything can be art if you really look at it. Okay, I'm trying to connect this so that it's actually connected. I'm a little bit scared that it's not going to be... I should have done the... You know what? I should have done the scoring technique where you score it and then you... Whatever. It is what it is. I swear to God, if I have to roll this out again. No, I'm not gonna roll it. I'm not gonna roll it out. We're done. We're done rolling. I refuse to roll it out again. But I know that it's improper clay technique to just superficially glue it on without the proper scoring. It's fine. Keep going. We're gonna keep going anyway. I'm gonna keep going, and it'll be good. Okay. Hi, you're not supposed to be here. Yeah. Do you remember why you were locked away? Do you remember? It's because you were interrupting. It's because you were getting in the way. You're not allowed. Because you're gonna get all your little cat hairs in the clay. And look, I have a mini one. Okay, I'm gonna use the mini one. Honestly, if the mold is shitty, then that's okay, because I just need something to grow the mycelium in. You know what I mean? So if this whole thing is shitty, it's okay. What kind of fungus? Oh, so I'm growing a reishi mycelium. So it's a medicinal mushroom. It's the one that looks kind of it's better to have the mold shitty than to have the shit moldy. Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna get this wet. Hold on. I couldn't have said it better myself, Refly. trying to make it so it stays wet. Yeah, I'm happy to say whatever I'm doing. Because it's, what I'm doing has not been done by many people. And so that's kind of one reason why I wanted to do it, you know? I want to do something that people aren't really doing. And that's making art out of mycelium. I mean, some people kind of are, but not like on a larger scale, but not on this like little kind of smaller scale. Hey, that's a good idea. I'm gonna add that to my community wisdom. That's a good idea, Refly. I'll be saving that for later. And if I forget, you can always put it in the Pop Men wisdom. Will I eat it eventually? No. So I'm gonna dry it out and it's just gonna be art. It's gonna be wall art. I'm gonna keep it behind me in my setup as like a little Twitch logo. Little Twitch logo in the background of my stream to show, hey, I'm a mushroom streamer. And it's mostly, so let me explain. So it's mostly proof of concept. The purpose of this right now is just to get me going. And that's the thing. Like I can commit to a project that like even if it turns out like shit, at least I did it and I tried. So this is mostly to see like, oh, how does it hold up over time? Like, will the mycelium turn yellow? Will it be, you know, will it be at the whim of the elements in whatever space I'm in? You know, those kind of things. So that's why I'm making it mostly to just see how something like this would be, because eventually what I want to do is have like home decorations be made out of mycelium, and then I'd eventually want to sell it. I wouldn't sell the Twitch logo obviously, because we can't do that, but I would sell the home artwork. Okay, we're doing it again, you guys. We're doing it. Let me just make sure this lines up correctly. Okay, I think a good frame of reference is this outer edge. So we're gonna do the outer edge. We're gonna do a little bit more in. So we're gonna do it like that. Okay. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this line here. Wait a minute. That's still, it needs to be down a little bit more. Okay, it needs to be, this is gonna be like right against the edge. Oh, look at that, this one's, maybe I need to move it slightly over more. It's probably fine. Oh look, it's gonna be right against the edge. Okay, you know what? I need to move it over slightly. There. Now I'm gonna have to. So here's the scoring technique. So you just score it like this. Make a bunch of little, and then you usually take some water. I don't have any water with me, but you kind of just. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, I need some more water. I didn't bring I'm gonna get a water cup, you guys. Can you see the perfectionist tendencies coming through? Yeah. Yep. Yepers. Eventually, I'm just gonna have to cut it. I'm gonna have to stop measuring and just cut, and just go for it, you know. I think as soon as this is over, we're just gonna cut, and we're gonna be satisfied. Because sometimes you just gotta make an executive decision, like, all right, we're done here. That feels so long. That's what she said. Okay, that's what it looks like. That's what it's gonna look like. All right. All right, first cut, you guys. First cut. First cut. And I gotta stand up for this. Okay, ready? Yeah. All right. First cut is the deepest, I know. Yeah, that's actually a really good song by Sheryl Crow. I love Sheryl Crow. Don't worry, we're gonna fix all the imperfections later. Have you guys ever worked with clay before? Fake news. What, you don't like that song? Or, oh, wait, are we fixing the imperfections later? I thought Cat Stevens wrote it. Oh shit, I don't know. Well, I know that it is a Sheryl Crow song. So, I don't know who copied who, though. That's the thing. Who came first? Sheryl Crow or Cat Stevens? I don't even know who Cat Stevens is. Is my music going, or did it... My music stopped, didn't it? Okay, we're gonna find a different music. We're gonna play a different music. Here we go. Rod Stewart. He did a cover also. Wait, is that, oh. Alright, I gotta be careful about this. Because I don't want to move it, I don't want to cut it too far, you know? I gotta cut it just at the line. Okay. It's coming off. Came off. We can use the rest of this clay for later. Okay, some of the clay just went on the floor. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, I think the shape is done. Haha, we did it. Okay, the shape is done. The shape is done. The shape is done. Look at the shape. The shape is... Don't look at this over here. This is not... it's fine. It's fine. Hi, Tweet. Yeah, we're doing arts and crafts. We're trying our best. I need water. I need water desperately. just using the residual water from my hands. Cause I can't, I don't have any cups that I can put clay into. You guys, our supplies are so freaking expensive. So. Alright, this is not forming a point like it's supposed to. And that bothers me. Okay, we're gonna make well on track. Oh my gosh, has it really already been 2 hours? That's crazy. That's crazy stuff. What if I use, okay, this is, the reason why is this is hanging off the table. It's hanging off, and that's why it's okay. So we're gonna just add that there. This is not how you do clay, but wait, actually no, I'll show you the proper techniques. You're supposed to score it and then get it wet, but I don't have. Okay, you didn't see anything. I don't know whether this clay is non-toxic or not. I'm an adult, I can make my own decisions. Tweet, we are making a clay Twitch logo, and then from there we are going to be making a porcelain mold out of it, and then from there we are going to be growing my reishi mycelium inside. You know what, maybe if I just scrape it all over like this. Okay, that would provide potentially a smoother texture once I come in with the sponge. Okay, let me cook. If I just come in with the sponge after all this, that's gonna provide a smoother texture. I think it's gonna go over all the. You love working with clay. Oh, good. What do you do out of clay? What have you made before? I used to love doing clay. I would make spiral pots. I'd make little spiral pots out of clay. And that was fun. Like I'd make pinch pots. I'd make spiral pots. Like coil pots, I mean. Coil pots are the easiest. Because you can just like roll out these coils and then like aggressively rub them together. And then that's all you need, really. Okay, I got my sponge. And it's going across the top. And it's like smoothing it out. And again, all these little imperfections are not really going to show up, I don't think. They might. They might. But that's fine. I just don't know. Why is it that it's so hard to smooth this freaking thing out? I don't understand. That's the one thing about clay is you gotta be really careful about making sure that it's nice and perfect texture. I was gonna say temperature. Mostly it's air clay now, but I love coil pots. Yeah, I'm doing that's what I'm doing. I'm doing an air dry clay. So okay, I'm gonna very carefully flip this over. You know what? No, I'm not gonna flip it over. Nope, we're not doing that. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna just adjust the stuff. Sorry, the more I do art, the more nonverbal I become. I think it's because I have to, in order to access that part of my brain that actually is creative, there's no words there. It's just intuition. That's the word I was looking for. Intuition. I feel little paws on my leg. No! Okay, I just bumped it. Oh, it did not like that. It did not like that I bumped that. Okay, look. I'm just cleaning up the edges just slightly. We're just cleaning it up just slightly. Imperfections make the piece. Yep, and I wish I could share your opinion. I'm trying. I'm trying to reframe my perspective. It's not easy though. Hey, but I'm doing it, so there's that. All right. So I think we can be done with the actual... Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, now this is gonna be challenging. We're going to... Okay, because I want to do this, I also want to do the outside. So, what we're gonna do is, that's in position. So now we're going to make a little impression. On the outline. I'm not sure how we're going to convey the oh, well that's okay, wait a minute. That's not correct. It needs to be one out. Just so that it can be proportional. Okay. I got it. It's got to be one out. Wait, how does that work? I'm so confused. It's fine. Oops. Wait, that wasn't a straight line. Okay, there we go. I guess it really is that close to the outside. Wait, that doesn't, oh, okay, wait, I know. It's because it's like that. Okay. Yeah, it didn't show through the paper. That's fine. The thing is it seems so... This seems so... close. Yeah, see, look at that. It's too close. That's too close. It needs to be like that. We're gonna just go with whichever one looks right. And whichever one looks right, that's what we're going with. No, I haven't done the eyes yet. I will be doing them. That's gonna be a whole other beast though. Because the eyes have to be a different. Okay, never mind. I think I know how I can do it. Because here's what I'm doing. I have this paper, right? But it's I'm making it 1 inch big. I'm making it 1 inch bigger than the actual paper. You know what I mean? So, like here. Seems like it extends way further than it's supposed to. The white part extends way further. I might have done something wrong on that. That's okay. Fix it later. Oh shit, no! The ruler moved. Okay. It doesn't look proportional like it's supposed to. We'll find something to fix that. So that's definitely not correct. Maybe it's okay. I think it's this. By the way, get ready to buckle up because we are gonna be here. We're gonna be here a while. Okay. This is how I do art, you guys. Very self-consciously. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. That's how I do art, is very, very subconsciously. Okay. That needs to be just like slightly in more. And that's okay, really. I mean, I'm fine to do this because it's at least I can say I did it. You know, I tried. Did anything come of it? Not necessarily, but that's okay. Trying is better than not trying, in my perspective. Oops. Okay, let's see if that looks any better. Okay, see, that's why. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna erase these lines back here. That's not entirely correct. I'm gonna erase that line. We're gonna erase this line in here. And then that's so interesting. I wonder why it's it extends so far down. It's not seeming proportional to me. Maybe it's because physics. You know what? It could just be because physics. Damn you, physics. Damn you, geometry. Oh my god. Did you see that? There we go. Yay, yeah, if I'm still alive, feel free to come back. It's probably, I'm probably still gonna be live, if we're gonna be honest here. We're gonna be here a long time. We're gonna be here a long time. Okay. We're just doing a lot of little micro scores to see if that's can help us even out the texture. Okay. And then I need to go get some sort of water, because if I don't have water, then this is just gonna, you know, it's not gonna be good. We need water. Okay, and I think we determined that this is the actual one. Okay, so that means we need to score this top one. Okay, I think we got the I'm gonna do it a bit deeper so you can see what made me want to do this project. So I really liked growing the brick out of mycelium. And so I was like, you know what? What if I grew other things out of mycelium? And so, and with the logo, since I'm doing streaming on Twitch, I was like, oh, maybe I could have a mycelium Twitch in the background of my streams. I thought it could be kind of interesting. Could be kind of fun. Okay, I'm gonna go wash this off or bring more water. Thank you. I'm hoping that I can finish it today, because if I finish it today, then I don't have to worry about it drying out. We'll see. The question is, how do I make it the 3D aspect? And I think what I do is I can just like shave it off slightly. If I shave it slightly, then that'll make it stand out. They'll make the white part stand out. I'm also thinking of the eyes. I'm thinking of shaving inward so that they're hollow. That's what I'm thinking of. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking that the mold will not pick up on these little imperfections that are occurring. I'm thinking that I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now that we are done with our imperfections, we're going to redo these lines, and then we're going to We're gonna try and get the eyes and see how that works. I think it should be good. I'm gonna just get clay all over everything, it's fine. Okay, because I've got a few tools I can use for later. So, I've also got all this extra clay. So if I end up needing anything, I can use the extra clay to do stuff. Okay, this is the final cut. So I'm gonna try and make it as precise as I possibly can. And watch, it's gonna go off the rails. Okay. You know what? I wonder if I just go in a little bit slightly more. Yeah, that looks more like it. Okay, that looks more like it. We're following our intuition here. Sometimes we're following our intuition. Other times we follow our precision. Okay, so we got it. Let me just go over it again one more time. Hi, Chaotic. Intuition is a dangerous thing to follow. What are your thoughts about that? I want to know. I'm trying to follow my intuition more and more. My intuition usually doesn't lead me astray. It's my overthinking that usually leads me astray. Okay, so we're gonna do the eyes. Now the eyes are gonna be tricky, but I think we can still do it. You just have to. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Chaotic, we're doing art today. What do you think? Do you like doing art, Chaotic? Why do I not trust this? I do not trust that. I do not trust this. Okay. We're not trusting this. We're doing it on we're doing freestyle. Freestyle. Chaotic says, I think that our Intuitions can be mistaken all the time. Many people rely on their intuitions as they are more than just a brain working out good responses to stuff based on your past experiencing. Answering your question, I do not create art, neither for myself nor for others. Not really a creative person. You're not a creative person? That's okay. I thought I wasn't either, but I want to be one, so that's why I'm here. I don't consider myself a creative person, but I wanna try. So this is us trying to do something we're not. You used to write poetry. Ooh, that's cool. I've got somebody who comes to my stream who likes doing poetry. Let me just do the ratio. So this is 5.5 inches, and like, it's not precise. Okay, what if we do, this is 8 inches, and see, you guys, we're doing math. So this is 8 inches across. The eyes are at 4 and 6, roughly. So that means that roughly half of the thing across is where the first eye is. Okay. Half the way across, which is 5, is where the first eye is. So it's roughly right there. And then it's I would say 1, 2, 3, maybe 2. No. We're just doing it. Yes, of course, you can ask me a philosophical question. Feel free. Yeah, there's centimeters. I simply cannot. I'm not a centimeter enjoyer. See, that's too far over. So we can't do that. Oops. Okay, it's kind of in line with this. Oops. Wait, why is that crooked? Hello? There we go. Basically, my philosophical question is, what do you think about procreation? Do you think it's always most of the time okay? Or do you think it's problematic? Oh, you mean like a natalist, anti-natalist argument? Yeah, this is something I think I kind of struggle with sometimes. Let's see. That needs to be thicker. This needs to be thicker. I mean, if you consider, like, climate change and everything, I mean, I had a biology instructor that just said he would only have 2 kids. And having 2 kids is like, it's like a good medium, right? Because you're not adding, you're not taking away. You're just keeping things the same. And actually, I've decided I'm going to have 2 kids, kind of because of that. Not because of it, but... So that's where I stand on it. I'm going to have 2 kids. So I don't piss anybody off. Actually, I'll piss everybody off. Just slightly. I'll slightly piss everybody off. Is having kids a selfish act? Yeah. But, I mean, you can also... See, that's okay. That's too far over. I need to move this over slightly. I mean, so is existing. Existing is also I don't know. Like that is such a personal choice that it's something I kind of struggle with when it comes to debating. 2 kids is less damaging to the environment, but it's still bad anyway. Yeah, but like, what if, for example, one of my kids came up with a revolutionary new climate solution? Then what? Then it would be a net good for society for me to have kids. But I see both sides of the argument. I can see both sides of the argument. Okay, this is not working. Wait. Maybe this needs to be further in. It needs to be further in. I want to know your stance on it. What do you think? What's your opinion? Some people get really emotional about it. Personally, I'm not sure if that's helpful in the grand scheme of things. Okay, why are these eyes not turning out? Okay, maybe if I just go a little bit more. If I go a little bit more, okay, I'm you know what? Screw it. We're done with the ruler. We're just gonna freehand it. Ruler done. That would be great if you had a kid that revolutionized the world and help people like this, but most people don't do this and shouldn't expect this much from their kids. It's most likely they're going to have a pretty average life doing good and bad to people. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing with like, how much do our everyday choices matter, I guess? Because people are going to continue to have kids whether you choose to have kids or not. And people are going to degrade the environment whether you choose to or not. And keep in mind, I'm not someone who's skilled in debate of these types of concepts. So, I'm not coming at this with a rational argument. I'm just coming up with my own intuitive argument. Okay. Hi, DCI. Hello, Hero. We're making a Twitch logo. I mean, we're trying to. We're trying to do it. We're making it out of clay. We're trying our best, truthfully. It is what it is. You can see it. It's upside down. Should I flip my camera? Okay, you know what? Maybe we should flip my camera. The fact that I haven't flipped my camera this whole time. Here, 1 second. Rotate. Flip vertical. Oh, that's not correct. Hold on. Flip horizontal. There. Okay, now you can actually see what I'm looking at. That kind of looks like a Twitch logo, right? A little. Kind of looks like it. This may be dumb, but is this edible? It does kind of look edible, doesn't it? It kind of looks like cookie dough. No, you're not the first person who said that. So, yeah, it's clay though. It's air dry clay. You think the eyes are good? Okay, you guys, I'm still mapping out the eyes. So you guys, I'm really struggling with finding exactly the positioning of the eyes, where they're supposed to go. But if you think they look good, then maybe I'll keep the current position of them. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out the eyes we've got a special tool to cut it out. So here's, we're just freehanding this. Freehanding it. Oh no, I'm not, okay, wait, I take that back. No, don't freehand it. Okay, I'm doing it again. 1 second. By the way, hi DCI. Welcome. I don't know if I said hi. Wait a minute, we could have had flipped and mirrored mahjong this whole time. I know. It looks exactly, oh, thank you, Hero. That's nice. Oh, sorry guys, there's gonna be an ad coming up soon. There's not much I can do to stop it. Okay. So we're happy with the eyes. Do they need to be, wait, do they need to be taller? Okay, wait, they need to be like slightly, okay, slightly longer. Just slightly, like that. Hear me out. They need to be slightly, and also I need to make sure that this is, I know, I'm a little bit perfectionist. That's kind of how I do things. I'm just very perfectionist. Okay. See, I think it looks better if it's, yeah, I think the longer is more accurate. Okay. So the longer is more accurate. Okay, so look, we've got our tool here. We're gonna use our tool to cut through, and then I will look at your comment, Chaotic. Chaotic says, I don't know what's my take on procreation. Not gonna lie, I have an anti-natalist bias. So I've been trying to avoid this type of discussion. Some life experiences made me become an anti-natalist some years ago, but I'm not so sure on my perspective anymore. Yeah, it can be a very emotionally charged subject. Some people feel very, very strongly about it. Okay, we're making the cut. There's no going back now. There's no going back. We can't undo what we're doing right now. Oh my god, this is terrifying. Okay. We literally cannot undo from this point. Okay. I don't want to go too deep because, you know, it doesn't need to be that deep. Like I said, do you tend to think about environmental damage in terms of impact on future humans? Or is something independently valuable? That's a good question. And maybe some of my chatters might be more well equipped to handle this conversation. I will say this, I do plan to have 2 kids. So that's in my plans. Regardless of whether I feel like it's ethical or not, I will be doing it. It's kind of similar to the debate on whether you should eat vegetarian or not. Like, Is there an obvious, ethically correct answer? Yeah. But how much does it affect your quality of life? It can be substantial, and so that's why I think it's a more controversial topic. If you're a couple, there's nothing wrong with having 2 kids. You just replace yourselves with the kids. See, and that's kind of my perspective, is like we're not adding, we're not taking away. Right? Because if we use the same logic of like, well, they're just gonna do environmental degradation, then it's like, okay, do you wish that you didn't exist? that's the way I look at it is like, oh, do you then wish that you didn't exist? Because you were brought into this world and you are doing environmental degradation, right? And so, if that makes sense, might be a little bit blunt, but. Sweetie? Yeah. Can you bring me a cup of water, please? Sure. Thank you. Can you see if there's a plastic cup? A plastic cup? Yeah, because it's gonna get clay in it. I don't want to like use our food cups to do it. Water. I know I need water. Look in the cabinet next to the Toby's food. I might have to go find it myself. Let's see. Is there a cup in there? Are there cups in there? Oh, good. Okay, there are. Hi, Duncan. We're doing art today. Woo, we're doing art. Okay, so for those new people who just, thank you. For the people who are new that came in, there are a few new people that came in. I want to show you something. So we're making the Twitch logo. A hydrate redeem would be perfect for this. I know, right? No, this clay is thirsty. She's thirsty as hell. And she's air dry, so she's gonna be... She's already trying to dry on me. So, oh, why did I turn that off? Where'd I go? Oh no. Did my phone die? Oh fuck. I think my phone died. Wait a minute. Did my phone die? Yep, it's dead. That's my camera. That's it. Stream's over. Fuck. Oh no. That was my only camera. Okay, great. Now I'm upside down. Wait 1 second. Let me turn myself over. Am I in Are you in Australia? Hold on. Flip horizontal and then flip vertical. Wait a minute. Transform. Yeah, my fucking phone died. No! Okay, wait, what if I put my camera up really, really high so you could see me and the... Or if you just don't see my face. Do we need to see my face? I don't know. Do we need to see my face? Okay, well, let me show you what I was going to show you. So, look. There are so many reasons why we do art. Why we tell ourselves we shouldn't do art. So here I made so many lists of reasons why I shouldn't do art today. Maybe it's not allowed. I don't know if it's allowed or not. It won't look good. I almost have no experience in art, and the paper I printed out is in the wrong dimensions, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So there's all these reasons, right, that my brain's constantly telling me, don't do it, you can't do it, you can't do it. Why should I? Because I want to. Because I want to. And you know what? We're letting that reason get us to do it. letting that reason fuel our... You know, what if I plug in my phone? Maybe that would... Oh, dang it. So let me tell you a story. So the last time I used my phone as a camera, I plugged it in, but the way it was plugged in was that it was so precarious. It was like if somebody touches it, it will fall over and knock like 5 things down in the process. So like the charger and the phone was like sticking and like balancing on something it was, yeah. So I don't know if I want to do that again, because that's when I shattered my monitor, you guys. I shattered my other monitor when I was trying to do the other setup. Because I want to is so powerful. Yeah. I mean, that's all the reason you need. It doesn't matter all these other reasons why you shouldn't. You know, like, don't give them power. Don't give them weight. That's your subconscious telling you you're not good enough. And like, if you see, there's a few videos I wanted to share. There's this artist called, I think it's David Chang, I think. And he is a YouTuber. He makes art. And he makes all these videos that are saying like, just do it. Just do it. I don't care if your art's shitty. Do it anyway. And it's very inspiring. Maybe we'll watch one of those in a bit. We'll watch one when we're getting sick of just seeing my hands. Okay. I'll put my face down here so you can see my hair at least. So I'm here in spirit. I also want to go back to the video I was showing about making art for yourself versus making art for others. Because again, there's no wrong answer. I mean, Quentin Tarantino was saying in his interview, he was like, well, I just make it all for myself. Like, you're invited. If you want to come see my art, cool. But I'm going to do this anyway. And I love the question that they discussed, which was like, if you were the last person on Earth, if everybody else had died, would you still make art anyway, even if there was nobody to consume it? And the person who did the video essay, they hypothesized that art is just a fundamental human, like producing art is like a fundamental human characteristic. And humans will likely do it even if there's no audience or thing to consume the art. And I think that's special and powerful. Like I said, coming back to what you were asking earlier, making things for yourself versus others. If you make things for yourself, you don't even have to convince that voice in your head that what you're making is good. You just have to convince yourself that it doesn't need to be good, so long as it's fun. Yeah, that's true. I guess, like, sometimes I try and communicate, like, what it's like to be inside my mind. My mind's kind of a scary place sometimes. And even, that may be true, for some people. But for me, even if I could try and say, like, I don't ever do anything for fun. I do things to, let's see, to make myself feel better about myself. That's why I do things. And I'm not saying that's the right way to go about it. I think you should do things just for the fun of it. Absolutely. It's just, I'm wondering how I can rewire my brain to get me to do that. We'll see. That's what this process is all about. That's why we're doing this little art project, is like doing it just to do it. Sometimes I feel that way about my Twitch stream. Like, I shouldn't be doing it for other people. I should just be doing it for fun. And that's what's kept me going for all this time, is because I enjoy it. So I guess that is one reason, or one thing I do that just for fun. Oh crap. Okay, I don't want to cut it too deep, because then it'll have a hole that goes through it, and I don't want a hole. Let's see, how deep am I? Okay, I'm pretty deep. That's what he said. Anyways. Hi, Toby. We're gonna plug up this hole because we went too deep. We went a little too deep in there. So that's being plugged up. Please do not drink that water. That is toxic water, not for you. Let's see. Wackett said, oh wait, Chaos said, I think we are very adaptive animals, so we can adapt even to the worst situations, but that depends on some factors, such as having access to other cultures that makes us compare ourselves and our lives to others. Many people are okay with their lives because they don't think it could be any better, or they just normalize their situation even if it's bad. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know what it's like to live as other people. It's hard for me to put myself in other people's shoes. Not because I'm not empathetic, but you guys ever feel this way? Like, it feels almost impossible sometimes to put yourself in other people's shoes, because you fundamentally will never experience what it's like to be them. And that can feel quite lonely sometimes. I can feel pretty lonely sometimes. Coming to that realization, like, oh shit, nobody will, no matter how hard I try, nobody will really know what it's like to be me, fundamentally. I mean, we can come close to, I could come close to it, but some aspects, some subjective aspects of how I subjectively, experience the world will not be able to be communicated appropriately. Oh my gosh, you guys, the clay is drying on my hands, and my hands are getting very, very clayey. Please do not lick the clay, sweetie. I know, she is... I had to lock her away earlier because she's just like, she can't stay away. She has to be here. She has to be in the midst of all the action all the time. She can't, she has severe FOMO. She wants to be a part of what's going on. I mean, some people say that their pets are like their owners, and she's like me, and I'm like her in that regard, where it's like, I don't want to miss out. Your cat's the same way, Tweet. Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna like try and smooth this out. We're almost done with the eyes, you guys. It's a little bit wobbly. Hey, do not lick that. Trust me, it's not tasty. Trust me, it is not tasty. You guys, my hands are covered in... art is fun, you guys. Art is fun. We having fun? Oh, I'm having fun. I am having a blast. I'm really upset that my camera died, though. That's an absolute trap. I need to go plug it in. Maybe I'll do that in a second. There's a couple there's a couple pieces of these eyes that I feel like I can just do a little bit better, and then we'll, well, I could ask, is it that we're too different from each other to understand each other, or is that your own life is the most familiar thing to you, and that makes it easy to think that the relatively minor ways in which people differ from each other are more important than they are? Okay, so Wacky, are you saying that you don't think the differences between you think the differences between people are not as noteworthy as I'm believing they are? That's what you're saying, right? Okay, that's fair. Okay, here's what I'm saying at my most basic, okay? My most basic is that I feel like no matter how hard I try to describe my subjective experience to other people, they're never going to really truly understand what it's like to be me. And that can feel kind of lonely. They don't know like what it's like to be in my head, to be the executive functioning, to feel the things the way I feel them. To know exactly to read my mind and to know exactly what I'm thinking. I've had people say things to me where I'm like, whoa, can you see into my mind? It feels like you could see right through me. And I realized that was just a mere coincidence. It wasn't actually like, whoa, somebody can read my mind, you know? It does feel really powerful when I feel like somebody can read my mind, though. It literally drove me to madness almost. Like, that's what drove me to have my Limerence episode, where I was like obsessing over somebody because I thought they fully understood me. Turns out they didn't. Wackett says, admittedly, I am very much an of course you can compare apples and oranges sort of person. Oh. And Duncan says, I think art is meant to be shared. It has two main functions, satisfaction/catharsis for the maker, and then introspection as a viewer/participant. I love that. I think I agree. I was saying in, I think it was Ivan's stream the other day, about how I think art is communication. It's just, art is another medium for communication besides verbal communication. And so, like, you're just trying to communicate what it's like to be. So that's why maybe I need to delve into art so that I can express my subjective reality more clearly. I mean, obviously, though, with something like this is not really trying to do that. Like, I'm just making a little Twitch logo over here. But if I were to make something that was like really intimate and, you know, to depict what it's like for me to, like if I were to make like a film or like a, you know what I mean? Something that was aimed at expressing my inner reality, then maybe that would, and when I see really good movies, really good films, I think they're really good because they are expressing something I didn't even know could be expressed. Like, it's all this nonverbal communication that's like, whoa, okay, wait, you get this aspect of, oh, you know me much better than I thought. That kind of feeling. So that's why I'm enjoying delving more into art. Okay, how is this? I need to make this even. I think I'm gonna cut this a little bit more because these are a little bit uneven. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect, I know. I do have perfectionist tendencies. So that's why you're seeing me very meticulously doing this. Normally, somebody would not do that, but that's just the way I do things, is very, very, very meticulously. Until my eyes until my eyes glaze over, basically. Hi, Bear. Bear, what's going on? We're talking about art. I'm so sorry, Bear. I don't have my camera died. My phone died, and so you just get to see my hands today. It is what it is. I guess I can flip the camera up when I'm wanting to do it. Here, this is what's bothering me. It's this freaking thing right here. You see that? That needs to... I don't want to make it too... okay, I made too much of a... Here, look. We're just going to rub some clay on there and it'll be fine. You see how much this bothers me? Okay, wait. Oh my god, that bothers me so much. Wait, hold on. I'm about to like have a spiral. I'm gonna have a nervous spiral. Okay, hold on. I gotta make it perfect. And I think that's one thing that you gotta be careful of, is not letting your neuroticism reflect in your artwork. Or maybe you should let it reflect in your artwork. I'm not sure. Okay. So Bear says, right, but that experience of they can never truly understand what it's like to be me is a fundamentally human experience that binds us together. Okay. I am human. Nothing that is human is foreign to me. Terrence who? Terrence McKenna, perhaps? I need to listen to some of Terrence McKenna's stuff. I have one of his books. I don't know if that's who you're referencing. He's a controversial figure, so I'm not sure if... But did my music die? I think my music... Here, one second. I think my music died. Okay, you know what? We're gonna leave the eyes. The eyes are done for now. And we're gonna do a different music. Here, let me actually show you the video that I was showing people earlier. So look at this. So it's a clip from Birdman. So it's this person who has he basically has somebody over his shoulder constantly telling him what's wrong with him. And I love this depiction because it feels like this to me. Okay, look.
Hoping to escape his reputation as a washed-up celebrity. But at every turn, he's torn between wanting to create something meaningful and getting caught up in the need for fame and approval.
Hey, that's not for you. Oh, dang it. I didn't... Wait 1 second. There.
That's what you told me.
Throughout the film, Riggin is haunted by the voice of his former superhero persona.
You tower over these other theater douchebags. You're a movie star, man. You're a global force. Don't you get it?
This voice isn't just a reminder of his past fame. It's the embodiment of his deepest insecurities and desires.
That clown doesn't have half your talent, and he's making a fortune.
For many creators, this voice is a constant companion, both motivating and toxic, pushing them forward while feeding their insecurities. Rewatching Birdman for this video, I realized that this voice, the Birdman character, is almost a literal representation of what's called the shadow self in psychology. Carl Jung described the shadow as the parts of ourselves we try to hide, the fears, flaws, and desires we push away or deny. Jung said, everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. In other words, the more we deny these hidden parts, the more they control us. The idea of a character confronting their shadow, or ghost, is common in storytelling. It's a past trauma or event that haunts them, influencing their actions and inner conflict. Usually, it operates beneath the surface, subtly shaping the protagonist's decisions and growth. But in Birdman, Riggin's shadow is made literal through his Birdman alter ego. Riggin just wants to leave Birdman behind. He can't accept that it's still a part of him.
What are you doing?
I don't want to look at this anymore.
But by ignoring this side of himself, his craving for attention and fear of being irrelevant, he's only making things worse.
We should have done that reality show they offered us.
He keeps telling the voice to shut up,
Shut up. That would have been good.
Shut up.
trying to push down his need for validation. But like Jung said, what you resist not only persists, but will grow.
A sad, selfish, mediocre actor.
The more he tries to ignore Birdman, the louder it gets. This denial pushes Riggin to act out, strains his relationships, and blurs the line between reality and illusion.
What are you trying to prove? That you're an artist? Well, you're not. Fuck you!
By trying to present himself as a noble, authentic artist, he's rejecting a core part of himself. This facade doesn't erase his desire for fame and recognition. It only intensifies it.
There's nothing we! There is no we! I'm not fucking you! Enrique fucking Thompson!
He's trapped in a cycle of denial and desperation, constantly seeking approval, yet never feeling fulfilled.
Anyway, that was the clip that I showed earlier, and I think it's really, really powerful and inspiring. So I think eventually he does end up accepting that as a part of himself, the part of himself that craves validation, and so I see myself going through this cycle of like self-deprecation and like self-hatred, right? It's kind of similar to that Birdman, and it's interesting. I think I need to watch the movie and see if I can apply some of the concepts in like accepting. I've heard about like you need to give it a seat in the car. Otherwise, it'll take the driver's seat. I've heard that expression before. But anyway. So. Also, Barry, yeah, okay. I didn't think it was Terrence McKenna, but I was like, I'll just double check. Terrence McKenna is someone that would more likely be shared by me. But, I mean, I think he has some interesting ideas, but he's a little bit more controversial. I haven't heard of this Roman playwright before. I should check out some of his stuff. Maybe one of these days. Oh, let me turn my music back off. Sorry, I forgot I don't have my music on. Here, 1 second. You guys, everything's covered in clay. Fuck. Everything, my whole setup is covered in clay. Art is so fun. Woo! Are we having fun? Okay. So, now we're done with the eyes. We're saying we're done. We are D-U-N done. So that means that now we are going to, now we're gonna figure out how to make this 3D, and that's gonna be challenging. So, I was thinking I could I could use this tool to basically shave this all down just slightly lower than the white part. And so the white part stands out a bit, because the logo is 3D, right? And I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna see how it works. All right, fuck it, we're doing it right now. Fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. We're doing it. We'll do it live. Oh no, it's starting to dry out on the edges. It's starting to dry out. That's why we gotta move quickly. Like I said, well, here's an argument. If other people's internal states are ineffable because you're not directly experiencing them, that should also apply to your own experiences of new states. But consider, say, the way you felt the first time a pet died. Okay. Was that specific form of loss its own ineffable state, different from past sadness, or did it just seem like an extension of the kinds of sadness? Okay, when you experience new stuff. Okay, that's an interesting question. I haven't experienced the death of a pet yet, but it will happen eventually. It will happen eventually. So death happens to us all. Okay, here, I'm gonna put this here so it doesn't like so it doesn't, so I can keep the flat edge. Oh yeah, that's a smart idea. So I can keep the, wait. So I can keep the flat edge. I genuinely don't know, you guys, what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. Hey, and if it ends up being garbage, then we'll just do it again. We'll do it again. I want to do it down low enough so that it can still be visible. So it can be visible, but not that it's like, you know, gonna fall apart, you know? And what I could do is I could do like a, oh wait, I could do like a 3D type. Where it's like curved down. Here, sorry, 1 second, I'll read your comments after I finish this this side. Okay, this needs to go, putting it on the floor. Okay. Once I finish this side, then I will respond to your wonderful comments. Okay. Okay, Bear said another fascinating human experience that seems relevant is how you can notice intrusive thoughts while taking contrasting actions. Like you could be thinking, I can't do art while literally doing art. Ugh. Yeah. Actually, you know what? We're gonna have our camera be here while we're doing it. You don't get to see the process. Secret process. Yeah. And you accurately captured what my current headspace. Because my current headspace is saying, I can't do this. But that's I mean, what am I doing then if I'm not doing art? I'm doing art. It's a contradiction. We hold ourselves, so going back to that list of like reasons to not do something and reasons to do something. I have like 110 reasons why I shouldn't be doing this right now. But one reason that trumps all of it, that makes it important, is that I want to do it and I haven't done it yet. I haven't tried it yet. I want to experience this new experience. I haven't created anything I'm proud of yet. And so I want to try my best at doing that right now. So that's what we're doing. Because even if you make something shitty, it's still something you did, right? All right. I can say, wow, I did that, you know? And that's worth something. Saying, wow, I did that is worth a lot more than saying, oh, I didn't do it, unfortunately. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, this is very interesting, you guys. Oops. We may be absolutely destroying what we created. That's okay. You have to. Art is about taking risks, I think. That's my understanding. So we're taking big risks. And it's like it's about the process too, right? Like, oops. I'm sure I'm getting little dopamine rushes from creating. Oh crap. Okay, 1 second. It's falling apart. fine. Okay, it's gonna be interesting when I come to this little... Hi, Tweet. I constantly struggle with wanting to try or experience new things and the fact that I may not be good. Tweet, you get it. And you know what? 2026 is going to be our year that we stop doing that. Because you know what? We're like, all I ever do is compare myself to people who have already been doing something for like several years. And it's like, okay, do you think they were good at it when they first started out? No. Do you think that stopped them from trying? No. Right? You have to allow yourself to be bad at something in order to eventually be good, right? You can't let your fear of not doing something right, because then also, like, you won't have anything to improve. Like, you won't have any sense of, oh, I got better over time, you know? If you didn't end up doing a subpar job. How do you know what par is if you never do a subpar job, right? And that's why it should always be something, not that you compare yourself to others, but that you compare yourself to where you were before, where you came from, how well you did, or like, you know. I like looking back on some of my streams from like the beginning and how I've improved since then. And it's gratifying to look at, to see how much I've improved. And I love doing that instead of comparing myself to other streamers, because when I compare myself to other streamers, that's when I get in the dangerous headspace of like, I'll never be as good as them, you know. That holds you back. 2026 is our year. Tweet, it's gonna happen. 2026, this is it. This is it. This is the year. And I don't mean that in the sense of like, this year we're gonna try. No, I mean like right now. We're gonna try right now. Right now. Not later in the year. Not like give up once January ends. Like, no, we're gonna do it right now, because it's now or never. Like I said, not news to anyone, but it's very uncommon to start out good at things. You can't get good at anything without being comfortable being bad first. Yup. Yep. All right, this little corner does not like being scraped. The corner of the Twitch-It logo does not like being scraped at all. But you know what? She's gonna be scraped. She's gonna be scraped. She doesn't have a choice. I'm so scared right now, you guys. I'm like, am I permanently ruining my... That's okay. Because if if there's anything we're undoing, we're only undoing like 2 hours of work. And we were able to experience the process of trying. Oops. Oh no. Don't break off. Don't break off. It wants to break off. I won't let it. I won't let it break off. Okay, we're going in with our hands. You leave me no other option. I'm going in. I'm going in with my hands. Okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna cut it a bit. Here. We're gonna cut it. There. Hopefully this doesn't stick to the parchment paper too much. I think it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine, right? Oh. Yeah, of course. We're all figuring this out together. I'm glad it could be, I mean, and I think, Wackett said that one. Yeah. Yeah, Wackett has some great wisdom. So again, I'm just carving, I'm carving the clay down so that it's a three-dimensional texture. By the way, I need to finish in the next hour. I need to finish in the next hour because I gotta go to hot yoga. So, we kind of do have a firm deadline. Ideally, I'd want to be able to spend more time on this, but we do not have the luxury of time. We're like halfway done scraping. Here, I'll turn the camera back down so you can see how close I am to being done. I probably could have waited to do this when it was a little bit drier, but you know, like, it is what it is. Okay, I think I like the idea of a clean line. I thought about doing it like just like a gradient down, but I like doing a clean line. Here, 1 second. All right, here, I'm gonna turn the camera down so you can see. See, so we're still carving away. Carving it away. I'm gonna use the ruler. There's so many clay crumbs. It's gonna take forever. You guys, it's gonna take forever to clean this up. It is what it is. That's my favorite expression in 2026. It is what it is. I feel bad about wasting this clay. I wonder if there's anything else I can do with the clay. I don't want to waste it. It's okay, it's just dirt, right? It's like wasting dirt. But I also just don't like wasting anything. I also want to be able to say that I completely did this art project using sustainable materials. You know, no plastic involved. We're using parchment paper. That hopefully doesn't have plastic. It might have plastic. Fuck. I don't think it does. Does it have PFAS? I hope not. I don't think it does. I need to look into the manufacturing of my parchment paper to find out. Okay, this needs to be slightly more like that. There. Just need to clean up the edges a bit. I'm thinking that, I'm wondering how, because with mycelium, it will be quite, we'll need to make the holes and everything quite dramatic so that it'll show up. So I might need to just keep boring down more and more to make sure, and again, that's why we're doing this, right? This is a test. This is a test, a proof of concept test to see what this kind of thing would look like. So. I'm just glad I'm doing it. I'm just glad I'm doing it. Anyways, I'm sorry I didn't provide enough philosophical engagement earlier. I'm happy to continue the discussion if anybody's willing to keep discussing. Okay, we're almost done basically. Look at this. We got like just a little bit left. I love this tool. It's very satisfying. Like scraping down like this is very satisfying. So one of the YouTube videos by okay, I need to be really careful with this. One of the YouTube videos by David Chang, the artist, because he tries to make inspirational videos about like doing art. And one of the videos he made was like, that looks like I could do. You know how people fall into that trap of like, that looks like I could do it. You know, you go to a contemporary art museum and you're like, my 5-year-old could have made that. The response that I like to that statement is, okay, but did you? Like saying, I could do that. And it's like, okay, but did you? And that's sometimes all it takes is like, they did it. They had the audacity to do it anyway. And I love that. And that's inspiring in and of itself. Making something instead of not making anything. It may not be like an aesthetically pleasing work. And that's sometimes what throws people off from like what they think is quote bad art. But I think that even the act of just doing something, even if it maybe looks like shit to somebody else, is still in and of itself a pretty impressive thing. Oh crap. Okay, I need to smooth this out. I carved it a little bit too much. Now I gotta smooth it out. Okay, pray for me, guys. I'm trying to patch this up. It's really hard to patch up clay once you've, you know, once you transgress. Hi, Sam. Hi, Sam. We're doing art. We're doing art because we feel like it. Not for... I mean, part of it is for others. I mean, why would I be streaming it, right? But a lot of it's... So our question we were discussing a little bit today is like, do you create art for yourself or do you create it for others? And there's no wrong answer with that. But how are you doing today? I hope you're doing all right. Hi. I hope you're doing all right. What's shaking? By the way, I had a camera on both my my art and my face at one point, but it died. So we're doing our best with what we have. We're doing our best with what we have, the tools that we have. And especially since we're so close, you know, I feel like I'm so close. Like I'm so close to doing this, to finishing this. It's looking not bad already. I mean, is it the most beautiful thing in the world? Probably not, but she's looking not bad. You could tell what it is. So there's that. The more I scrape, the more I feel like I want to just keep scraping until eternity. Just want to scrape until there's nothing left to scrape. Your face is art. Is that a compliment? Thank you. Yes, the human form is art. I completely agree. Humans are beautiful. Humans are beautiful. But they're also disgusting. But it's all part of it. Humans are beautiful, they're disgusting, they're confusing, they're... Okay, I gotta be really careful with this little piece on the end. It's very delicate. I don't want to undo anything. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. There's going to be an ad coming. An advertisement. Advertisements. No. The audacity. The audacity of Twitch to run ads. We're on the home stretch now. You guys, we're on the home stretch. I really feel like this is gonna be something cool. Trust. You just gotta have faith and trust. You gotta trust that it's gonna work out. Okay, I'm gonna like... Okay, that was a choice. I'm like fluctuating between the art and my face to give everybody a... For those who enjoy seeing the art and for those who enjoy seeing the face, an experience that they want to have. Okay. I need to come through with water because she's getting really dehydrated. She's getting so dehydrated. Because she's air dry clay. So can you blame her? Not really. Oh no, I just scratched it. Don't do that. Don't scratch. I'm having so much fun, you guys. This is so fun. It's so fun. It's fun, but not fun sometimes. And that's what makes it fun. That's why I enjoy life, is like, I don't know, you've got really shitty moments sometimes, but it's the shitty moments that make the good moments worth it. So art is like, it's like a roller coaster of emotions. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how it's gonna turn out. And then you have moments of confidence, like waves of confidence, where you're like, oh, okay, this could be something. Sam says, got 12K from an insurance payer, so that means I probably have another week of pay for my staff. Okay. Good news. One step at a time. Dealing with insurance sounds like a nightmare. That's probably why a lot of therapists don't accept insurance, right? That's probably why a lot of therapists don't accept insurance. Because that seems like an absolutely bad time. Insurance is terrible. Yep. They will do everything in their power to not pay you. To not pay you what you're owed. And it jacks up the price. Yeah, that makes sense. Cash therapy should cost about $50 an hour without insurance. Oh. Because my therapy that I go to can cost like $200 sometimes. Or like $150 to $200. And I feel like that's like almost close to standard. So like, that's ridiculous, dude. Yeah, most therapists would be making more money at $50 cash an hour than taking insurance and charging to. I hate that. But then it makes the out-of-pocket people like me. So I'm out of pocket, right? And so I have to pay the $200 out of pocket. It would be really nice if I could just pay $50. But, you know. Yeah, healthcare in the US sucks. That's something we can all agree on. We can agree on that. Okay, but hey, the good news is you can pay your staff for a bit longer, and that's good news, and that's something we can focus on for now. Until the next fire gets lit, you know? Until the next fire that you have to put out. Okay, guys, you want to see? It's almost done. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. I gotta make sure it's somewhat decent before I just... Ooh, do not... I almost knocked over a big thing of water. That would have been bad. Okay, look. It's almost done. I just gotta like smooth it out now. It's almost done. Just gonna smooth it out. I might cut just a bit more from it. I thought about doing a slow gradient from top to bottom, like a more 3D shape, but I was like, you know what? My abilities dictate that that's not what I can do right now. Ah, I just bumped it. No. Fuck. I should probably stop saying fuck when my husband's on a business call. They'll probably be wise. Stop saying fuck in his business call. His lawyer business call. Like, where are you? Where's your office? Who's that? It's just my crazy wife. It's just his crazy wife. Okay. I'm going to consult the reference book one last time. I mean, the reference book. What the fuck is it? The reference sheet to make sure that all the dimensions of this are correct. And then from there, I think we're gonna basically be done. I mean, just like polishing all this up. Wait. Okay, I didn't see this because I want to make sure this is all. Do you see that? Frick! Do you see? Oh no! Oh frick! Okay, it's fine. That didn't happen. Oh no! I just scraped it. Okay, it's fine. Don't beat myself up. Don't beat myself up. Okay, we're gonna, there's so many clay shavings everywhere. The clay is all over. I could probably reuse this clay if I really wanted to. I didn't realize that I'd have so much extra clay. This is crazy. Well, maybe I could. I mean, I'd have to. The thing is, it's gonna dry out very fast. But if I need it with some extra water, then maybe I could. Because this is almost enough to make another one. So if this ends up falling through, this thing I'm currently doing, I guess I could just make another one. The problem is that my method would probably prevent me from making another one exactly the same way. Because my method is I make the thing and then I carve it out. That just seemed like the easiest way to do it at the time. Seemed like the easiest way to do it. It may not have yeah, it's just, yeah, the way that works for me. So let me try and smooth this out right here. And then we're gonna try and clean up the edges. And then we're gonna be like done. Okay, I need to stand up for this. Wackett says you can still sand / grind this after it's done though. Okay, yeah, I could do that. I could. Yeah, I'd have to go get like a sander thing. I could do that though. Oh my god. Okay, wait. I need to use the knife for this. Okay. Let me be precise. That's not gonna do what I want it to. I'm just gonna... And again, like when the mycelium grows, it's gonna look very not perfect, and that's the point. We're gonna let her do her thing. The mycelium will be very lumpy and very like, and I want to embrace that. It's just I want the mold to be as precise as possible, so that when it does branch out, like you know, inevitably be really lumpy, that the foundation, at least the dimensions of everything, remain accurate. But yeah, you guys, I think we're basically done. I'm pretty satisfied with how it turned out. Most importantly, I did it. I'm pretty satisfied. Here. I'm gonna flip it again so you guys can actually see. So that's what it looks like. I mean, it's a little bit the angle of it is a little bit off. So keep that in mind. That's why it looks a little bit. The angle makes it look a little bit wonky. But yeah, if you let me I'm gonna keep scraping this until there's nothing left to scrape, you know? I can see that. I can definitely see that happening. It's just so satisfying to scrape it, you know what I mean? It's so satisfying to just scrape, scrape, scrape. Plus, once you scrape somewhere, it creates a new ridge somewhere else, and you have to go flatten that one out. And then you're like, oh crap, I just did this over here. Okay, you know what? We're gonna take the knife, because look, this is. Make sure this is. Okay, you know what? We're gonna take the ruler and do this. Make sure it's flat. There we go. Anyways, thank you guys all for being here and supporting me in this process. I really wasn't sure how this would go. I was pretty worried, actually. And like I said, in the beginning of the stream, I was on the verge of tears. Because we didn't end up using our $40 sheets of paper. Which I'm still mad about. But $40 sheets of paper. Well, it was $20 each sheets of paper, so. And that was $20 for a sheet of paper. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm just... Again, I know, I said I'd be here forever cleaning it up. Just want to fix a couple things. But yeah, if you leave me here, luckily I have a deadline. I have to go to hot yoga at 4, so at 4:30. So, but I have to end stream at 4. So luckily that's in place. I'm glad about that. I feel like an artist. You guys, I feel like an artist. Isn't that crazy? Let this be your sign. Do your art project that you have been putting off. Do the thing you've been putting off. What's stopping you? DC said, make sure you're eating cabbage and eggs before hot yoga. Oh no. No. No, I do not want to fart in hot yoga. Make the experience miserable. I'm trying to get along with people. I mean, I know we should let things go. You know, let out the bad chi. I know that's important. However, I want to well, you never know. There might be somebody in yoga that likes it. It's just that one woman who didn't. Whack it, you out of here. Oh, this looks like good progress for one stream. I'm gonna have to go to bed. Good night. Okay. Thank you for being here, Whack. It was really nice to see you. And sleep well. Yeah, Whack it. We're basically done. So we're basically done. It was really nice of you to be here for support and also for the wonderful philosophical discussion. I promise you guys, I'm gonna wrap up very soon. I just gotta get this. Hold on. It's so close. Yes, I am a silent violent, absolutely. Silent but deadly. Yep, that's me. Might be an overshare. Oh well, people overshare things on the internet all the time, right? Doesn't mean it's okay, but it is what it is. Okay, what do you think? Is there any area I should go over again, or do you think it's done? Would you guys say it's done at this stage, or would you keep going over it? I guess that kind of shows what kind of person you are. Like, are you the kind of person to meticulously go over stuff? Do you drop your guts, then blame someone else to make friends? Tweet says, I'd say it's done. It looks good. Okay. Tweet, you know what? I'm gonna take your word for it. Although, here's the thing. I'm probably gonna end stream and then keep working on it. But yes, I think it's done. It's done. I need to drop my tools. I'm gonna go over with my sponge. I'm gonna go over with our sponge a little bit, see if that does anything. I'm liking the precise. I'm liking the precise edges that we did. And that's what's gonna help us the most is the precise edges. Okay. Ooh, okay. Joy. Yes. I'm glad this was able to create joy for you. Okay, I'm just gonna cut this off right here. Just to make it more cleaner. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Thank you guys. Wait, let me put my... Okay. I'm gonna be in Australia for the end of the stream. I've transported myself to Australia, and so I wish you guys all a good rest of your Thursday. And yeah. Wait, should I stream raid somebody? Maybe I'll raid somebody. For 1 second. This is gonna be interesting. Whoever I raid though I'm not gonna be able to I'm not gonna be able to stay in their chat. Whoever I raid, I'm not gonna be able to ooh, we could raid a pottery stream. We could do that for sure. Yeah, are there any let's see. See if there's any potteries going on. Oh, there's a Russian lady doing pottery. Unfortunately, we don't speak the same language, so that might be difficult. Wait, hold on. I do want to raid another art streamer though. Wait, okay, DCI. Okay, cool. Thank you for the suggestion. Let me look. Ooh, glass blowing. Okay, epic. Yeah, same thing, sure. Okay. I hope you'll join me in the raid of Valencia Glass. We'll go check them out. Have a great day, everybody. Bye from Australia. Okay. Okay, bye.